Good morning, Roy. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Happy Columbus Day.
Happy Columbus Day. Banks are
For
closed
the
today. So
right for those who
if you are,
celebrate, of course.
yes, those are Indigenous Day.
Right, or Indigenous Day.
Uh, if you are trading not futures and you're trading your regular stuff today, just notice that the banks are closed, so your trades will not settle overnight like they typically do.
Yep, those are for cash accounts or any of that kind of fun stuff. Sometimes you get an extra day to wait, which is not necessarily bad.
Correct. In the breakout here, all-time highs.
Can't stop, won't stop. It's found its mojo.
If you look here, I told Roy before we started, I drew a little zone here, a little trend channel here off this level here overnight to see what it did, and you can see what it's done. It's held up all night. So you have this zone. This is the all-time high here, previous all-time high. So we got a break, came down. If I was paying attention, if I was awake here, no, that was a perfect spot. Came down, tested this zone, and popped back up to go along at. But I was laying in bed at 6:30 this morning, so I did not see that.
Yeah, I mean it's a good 7-8 point move off of that bounce and still climbing. So not huge, but still good move.
We are looking at a 100K combine this morning. If you can see right here, we are roughly $1,057 away from passing it. So we're going to see if we can pass that bad boy this morning. Then we'll swap back over to XFAs. I have not taken a trade in anything so far today.
Yep. So with the holiday, the bank's holiday, it also means the bond market is closed. So you may get some kind of low volume day. Low volume day generally favors the upside, but
typically it does. Also, this is OPEX week, so could see a lot of chop. Actually, it's not much data, so there's always news that can pop out. We do have some speakers today. I think we have Kashkari and Waller today speaking, and then we have some jobs data on Thursday. I think it was initial jobless claims come out Thursday, so that's probably your catalyst for the week.
You got, I believe, let me verify this. Netflix has earnings on Wednesday.
Yes, yeah, and I just put in the description.
Thursday. Yes, sorry, Thursday.
You look at it, we do have some interesting earnings this week. Then we have some banks earnings this week coming out. Keep an eye on JP Morgan, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I could actually.
I'm gonna flip over here. There you go. So
there it is.
Yeah.
You got Citibanks. Let's see. Anything really? Like you said, you got Netflix on Thursday. Netflix is a big one. That's the big boy. You got to watch these banks and stuff and this other stuff we have first part Tuesday and Wednesday.
Yeah, United Health Group is major in obviously the healthcare. So you got a lot of healthcare banks and then the start of tech.
And what is if you still have it up, but you had it, the S&P sector, that's healthcare and stuff's a big part of the S&P. So
yeah. So kind of going through this for a lot of options traders that watch and follow along. You've got your banks tomorrow, your Citi, Bank of America. They're going to give you the outlooks on the economy, so that's going to impact the market pretty good. Like Monty was saying, you want to keep an eye on that. Obviously, Schwab as well. A Goldman report tomorrow morning. So any holds you have overnight tonight could be drastically impacted by tomorrow morning at the open. Then moving on, you've got Wednesday you've got some Morgan Stanley, Abbott, but Thursday before the bell you've got TSM. So there's your AI play for the week that everybody's going to be focused on and see how do they report, what's the trend still there for them, and how that trickles down to all the other companies. Netflix as a whole, it's more of just like a signal of a kickoff. I don't think it's necessarily a general market mover. It will obviously move the market a bit, but I think a lot more eyes are going to be on that morning with TSM more than they are going to be on Netflix.
Yeah, I think that Netflix play is going to give everybody a kind of a sneak peek what to expect with the Mag 7, a lot of them. So
yeah. And then Friday you've got
Netflix
Procter.
in the Mag 7. I say Netflix used to be in the Mag 7 back in the day.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to expand to about a Mag 10 by the time we get down there.
Probably.
Hopefully the 3 that get added are the 3 that everyone holds, and we all make money. Friday, you got American Express, Procter and Gamble. Anyway, the moral here is that so it begins the earnings gauntlet. So any swing positions or any types of things or option chains are going to get juiced. We'll see how the market reacts to it.
I've got the calendar pulled up here with Top Step X, and you can see as today we got Kashkari and then Waller speaks, and then Kashkari again this afternoon. Like Roy says, if you got anybody trades overnight, you have to keep an eye on all the foreign stuff, the South Korean stuff coming out, Japan. I mean, is it going to move the market a lot? Probably not, unless you get something unexpected, but you never know. So pay attention. Here's tomorrow. You can see we got a lot of UK stuff coming out first thing in the morning. A lot of foreign stuff all early, of course, for us. Like Roy said, you got Bank of America, Johnson & Johnson, Goldman Sachs, Citigroup, all earnings coming out. Pre-open, you do have Canadian CPI to keep an eye on tomorrow. That could move the market. It has last. You got New York Fed manufacturing coming out at 7:30. You got some other stuff, Bank of Canada stuff coming out. And then you got daily speaking tomorrow at 10:30. And then you got the bill, 6 month and 3 month bill auctions. Could be interesting coming off of everything being closed, banks being closed today. Go into Wednesday. You got mortgage applications coming out. Some more Canadian news. U.S. import prices that could actually move the market at 7:30. So something to keep an eye on if you are trading that time. And then overnight, you got some more Japan news coming out that could move it, and so forth on into the week. So into Friday. So you can see we had OPEC had some news come out this morning. Cuts global oil demand growth forecast for the third month. So if you are a oil trader that does do that, Kashkari is speaking now. The economy is in the final stages of getting inflation back to 2%. So he is speaking this moment. And then OPEC monthly, and there it is, right on cue, pops in. You see the 15-second delay there. OPEC cites actual data received for cut in 2024 demand growth forecast. It trends China demand. So China, if you don't know, China's, I think, the world's leader in oil use. So if you have a cut in demand from China, that's going to affect the overall market. So Kashkari says monetary policy still in restrictive stance. And boom, there it is. So get back, you can see we're trying to break out here above the all-time high that was set earlier this morning. So watching this level, would love for it to come back around opening in this. If we can come back and test this trend channel in this zone, that would actually be a pretty strong place to look to take it along. So we're going to trade what we see this morning. We're not going to try to predict what we think is going to happen. We're going to wait and see. So that's why we draw lines and we try to get our best educated guess. No matter what anybody tells you, when somebody says, hey, we're definitely going here, don't watch them or listen to them anymore if you ever hear that. You don't ever know exactly what the market's going to do. You can kind of get an idea, and then the market say, you know what, screw your idea. I'm going to complete opposite of your idea. So we could open up here and tank all the way back down to 5,800 or below. Who knows? So
I think that's where it's the strongest representation of sports, right? Like you're watching a sport game, you feel what's about to happen, and then the complete unpredictable. The original reality TV sets in.
I'm
That's
gonna
kind
tell
of the
you,
market.
the only thing about sports you can predict is that BUI will win. Correct, Roy.
Hey,
We we
nobody,
have not
and I mean, no.
we have not led with it, but the streak is over. The streak is over. Roy finally picked a college winner, and he had to go way over into Utah to do it. But he found the BYU Cougars finally.
Hey,
Took it and won. So,
they didn't even make me sweat it out. They handled business. So I won by like 24, 3.5 spread. So
he's a pretty good football team if you hadn't watched them. So I remember years ago, BYU came to actually Ole Miss to play.
Mm-hmm.
And the nights that some of my ex-wife's relatives, they were in the church, like elders in the church, right? So they came over. We took them to a game, and I don't know if many of you know stuff about Norman's, but it's no alcohol, no drinking, none of that stuff. And if you come to Ole Miss, it's known for as being the one of the best tailgate scenes in college football. So they had garbage cans set up everywhere. That was it was Mormon beer barrels to get rid of if they had any alcohol, so they could get rid of their beer, and they had them set up everywhere. The people I was with, they didn't find it too amusing, but most people,
that's awesome.
They had a good time with it. It was an interesting weekend for sure. Oh, we're sitting here, all-time highs. I could just chop around my all-time highs, to be honest with you. I would not be surprised we get a lot of chop today. Like we said earlier, banks being closed, bond market being closed, could see lower volume. Lower volume could mean a pop, and lower volume could be we chop to death. So if you are trading anything, just be careful today. Be aware of it.
Yeah, scale down if need be. No point in chasing a move right here. You're in no man's land. It's in price discovery mode. So
we have all day. You have one thing about this. If you are a day trader, you're in and out of trades. Don't care what strategy you use, you should have plenty of opportunities in a day. If you miss a trade, it's not going to hurt you. So be patient and wait for what works for you.
I'm going to do a quick pre-market run to the Mag 7. Let's see what we got. Sure. So let's see. Apple. Come on. Right. So Apple up 0.66%. NVIDIA continues its tear. 1.78%. That's about, from here, is about $3.50 from the all-time high, if I'm not mistaken.
Hey, click back real quick.
Yep.
I was at a wedding this past weekend. I had somebody ask me about, hey, if I want to make a lot of money quick, what do I need to do? And I was like, well, one, you don't need to go to the stock market to do it.
Right.
Two, if you do it, if NVIDIA comes back to 120, just throw whatever you got into it.
Yeah, just throw it in there. I mean, it's the play, right? And as you can see this morning, it's continuing to prove that to be correct.
So you had that's on what, a 1 hour chart there?
Yes, these are 1 hour candles.
I just want to see. Yeah.
Sorry. You want a 1 hour, or do you want just more data?
We can do it daily if you want to look at it daily real quick.
Daily's great. I got all my stuff over the year of.
So you talking about some very solid, like if you want to draw some zones on NVIDIA, we don't do a lot of individual tickers. We talk about them, but you don't. But if you want to see some, like you got one down there at that 90 level up to 100, and then above that to about 108 or 106, what it is there. I mean, you've got some zones that are just organically just staring at you right there, like. And with Nvidia, yeah, I'd say we hit them, we're gonna hold them pretty good. Ooh, Dixon, you gotta go in the kitchen, girl. She got some gas this morning. Her food that she normally buys is out of stock and not going to be in stock for a while, so we had to swap, and it's making her a little gas.
Right. So if you're looking for any sort of entry, I mean, look at that. You can kind of see
Yep.
the top of that zone, and it bounced. This candle shows the bounce there. Then obviously I had a trend line that I've had for a while, and it broke it out. Believe it or not, I actually bought calls in this zone down here. I sold them for a good profit on the pop here. Yeah, that's a strong chart. Let's see. Kind of good to have the daily view on the Mag 7 because you can see Microsoft's been lagging. So you've got this. I'll kind of cut it here. You kind of got this little move here. But if it wants to get going, it can. I mean, not the strongest because it's just 2 points, but
Look at but you got if you get a breakout there, you got a good breakout. So
yeah, so you're looking positive here on Microsoft. It can get some continuation. Really, if it breaks above 425, 420, right, 425 would be a good spot with this little zone here. Probably goes back a little ways, but it's green on the day. It's up 0.5%. Sorry, Googs, another laggard, right? It's had negative news, so it's expected to kind of have a fall with the DOJ stuff, but or not DOJ, the SEC. The 0.6% up today. So
yeah, look at it.
It
could definitely work its way back up. I mean, it's kind of stair-stepping. It stair-stepped down. You can see we had news and it bounced on each one of them. Now we finally made a higher high. If you look over there, see those top two right there? Looks like you finally got the higher high. So now you're watching this next. So draw a line up on not that far up. Come down that first higher high it made there.
All right, let me clear these. Right about here.
Go up to the high.
Oh, the high right here.
Yeah. So if you're an options trader, you can look where we're at. So if you see that break right there, then that would give me a good indication that we're at least going up to that 70. Was that next level up there? Let's go with that next one to your left, right there, Roy. Right there, 74. Yep. Oops. So if I was an option trader, what I would do is if it broke that first one, I would look for a play up to 74. So you break there, you could take a 160, 170 call. You're slightly going to be out of the money, but you're not going to be too far out of the money where your delta's going to be dumb. And you just play it up to each level there. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, good quality here.
Yeah, that's a cluster right there. So if you break that 74.28 area, then you're going, in my opinion, you're going to all-time high because there's not much to hold it back past that level. So, and this just shows you like option trading. It's no different than futures trading. We're doing the same thing with options. We're doing the same thing with the futures. We're looking at certain levels, and I mean, right there, they're pretty clear. If you get into it now, you're below Roy's ribbons there, which is not a strong move. But if you get that break, you could even play that ribbon break up. Now this is looking on daily, so you're looking. This is a swing trade, all right? We're not looking to day trade this, but right there, if it gets that break of that ribbon, hey, that's a good indicator to go long on it there too. So it's definitely setting up to have some really good levels to play there.
And it's important. We're kind of going through these charts to kind of also give you guys a perspective that just because ES is at all-time highs or NVIDIA's at all-time highs, these other companies are big boys, right? Microsoft, Google, and we're going to show Amazon here. I mean, Amazon's now on kind of a recovery from its drop. So if these things can get momentum up, there's no reason why the market can't just keep trailing itself up. So
Yeah.
sometimes it's
You
good to look
expect,
at the big guys
yeah,
to
you
see
the
movement.
market when the market's at all time high, you expect to look over max 7 and see all time highs, but as you can see, that is not the case. We have room to run on this thing. So
Yeah. So Amazon's approaching 190. I mean, what a move, right? It was 180 last week. Yeah.
what's Meta at now? I see you got it next. Let's look and see what I want. This is one that
Meta
intrigues
ripping.
me.
Yeah, Meta's
I mean,
just
look at its last earnings, where it's gone from then. Like,
yeah,
it's ripped 160, 150 bucks.
yeah.
And since August, folks.
And a quarter. Yeah.
Is that not crazy?
Yeah. Let's see Tesla. So Tesla had its big event. A lot of feedback from that event. We didn't really go over it, obviously, because it happened after our stream, and we didn't stream on Friday. So Tesla had a really interesting event in that they showcased a lot of technology. But the questions
Those
coming out of
robots,
it is, yeah,
those
those
robots
robots
were
pretty,
something.
yeah. A lot of questions coming out of whether it was, mostly human controlled. How much was the robot on its own? That kind of stuff. Regardless, to me, it it sold off on the news and it sold off pretty hard. But it does look like Tesla, from a long term perspective, maybe a pretty intriguing play. So
That looks like
outlining
a bottom.
zones. So you had
That
a
area.
nasty gap down, and so you got a
Look
little
at
bit
that.
of a recovery today.
So if you look at that low, that would happen. I can't point to it. Go back. Yeah, that low.
Mm-hmm.
And then you look left of that low. Look at all that
Yeah,
consolidation here. So that
yeah,
tells you that area right there is going to be a barrier to break through.
yeah, yeah. And I think for Tesla, right, it's it's a wacky boy, but it for me the event, even though it gave a lot of question marks, it did create some new excitement around Tesla. Um,
You can see Wait for the Zone this morning came out and said he had picked mine not to trade today because it was only a few hours. And just found market is
yeah.
open. Yes, market is open today. Today is a normal day for the market.
All right, so we're gonna switch over to the VIX. Wow.
Howie. Hey, Howie. You know what, Howie? I confess I've never traded prop firms, so I grab 550K. You know what? Why not grab 550K?
Just
If you're
start
going
out.
into it, you might as well just jump feet first. Go. Howie's been doing this long enough where he'll be just fine doing that. If you're newer, don't just jump in and buy something. If you have experience doing it, you're good to go. The VIX.
Well,
So
this is
Roy,
back to a 5 minute chart.
go back to your drawings, right? Go to that top one. I want you to do leave it on 5 minute, and then do the parallel channel, and draw that whole thing as a parallel channel. Catch the whole entire move. There's your range on VIX right there on the 5 minute.
Yeah.
It's an easy channel. It's in a channel. We don't always get clear channels. That's a clear channel we're in. So that is actually lets me know a lot right there. If you're wanting to short the market, you want to see that break, right? And then that should bring the market back. But as of yet, it hadn't broken. You could probably go back and you can do channels on a lot of different things. You can do it like, oh my gosh, we had a channel for that. But notice what we had though. So if you draw that, you see that huge channel before.
Yeah.
And then once we broke that, the market, remember we had that market came back on us the other day. Comes back with SPY, with VIX. So now we're back in that channel, almost running parallel to the previous channel. It's crazy.
Yeah, you look at these charts and you go back to the all-time highs here. Like, how can we be up here? Some of the comments that I even made this morning pre-stream. Like, gosh, I can't believe we're just trucking along. But then you start looking at some of the charts and you're starting to say, well, it's telling you what it wants to do.
Yeah.
It's whether we want to listen to it or not, or fight it. And I tell you, I've been torched more than I'd like to admit, and publicly and privately, on
Looks
trying to
like
predict the
Howie
market.
from his 5. He did good, jumped in on a good level. Thought I traded him in Q, but was actually in Q. I liked them all after hitting and feeling off the spot. So good job, Howie.
You know, what's the saying on trading in the zone, right? Enter the market, look at the chart, take your money, walk away.
Yeah.
You should be at any point be able to look at a chart, take your money, walk away. I don't think I remember the phrase saying over leverage 10x on accident, but we'll go with it.
Hey, real quick, let's look. I want to show something real fast, and we'll go
Yeah.
back to yours. Back to this movie we were talking about this morning. Came down to this zone. We've gotten a little over 10 points if you'd have taken that move this morning so far. And that was a simple, this is last week's Friday's high.
Which was the all-time
high. Yeah, which is all-time. Now we can go back to your talking.
Yes, we're playing around. So obviously Mag 7's all up. Let's go to energy. We missed that one. We'll take these Bollingers. Yeah, just low volume on energy and pre-market always, but you're seeing the drop probably based on that anticipation of the oil news, what have you. So what else we got?
Let's look at while you're there. Look at United Healthcare. Let's get a look at what we're doing on them.
So let's go to a day chart. Just I'm not quite familiar with their game.
Wow.
Yeah, that's something, right?
Yeah.
So you're getting a MACD turn up near. I think these are close to all-time highs. I know it had a run.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is a 1 month chart, obviously going a span of a couple decades, but
and this goes back. We talked about this before, where this goes back to you're looking at the market is designed to go up. That was the best.
That was the chart.
Look at here. Yeah, that was the chart to describe that with.
And if I'm not mistaken, I'm going to Google this on the fly with us. I think UNH SP 500. SP 500 weight. Yeah, it's 1% of the S&P 500.
Which
it's number 13.
So I want to show real quick. I want to click over something. Look at this book.
Yeah. Wow.
You talking about order stack both sides, but look to the upside. My goodness.
They want to hold these levels, don't they?
Looks that way. You don't see this much in pre-market already, so I'm going to reset CBD. You get to see me do it on the fly.
Well, we just opened.
Do what? Yep, we are open. There we go. We set it right at open. All right, let's go back over here to you. We're going to wait. We're no rush. We're all-time highs. We need to come back some. MOO has not come out yet. Wow, that first 30 minutes flew by quick.
Yeah, it did. We're having fun.
Holding the
drop here.
Yeah, I want to see it break. I want to see it come down. Actually, believe it or not, that a VWAP play right here would be, it would line up everything perfectly. I don't know if that's possible or not. So, but we are watching it. Maybe we should have.
Not often. Not often the open sneaks up on us.
No, usually we got all into talking about stocks and stuff and just missed it. So it's all good. I wondered why I saw when I had just reset the thing and I saw it popping down. I was like, "Whoa!" Oh, you said it's open. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Still waiting to see. I want to see what an MO is. Looks like it. I mean, it's got to be positive this morning, right?
Yeah, it's got to be.
Big oil set to bid in Algeria's new oil and gas licensing round, whatever that means. Coming back test on the 21 again here. So we'll see what happens. Remember, guys, like, subscribe. If you're not subscribed, please like and subscribe to the channel. Share with your friends. Share with your foes. Just share it.
So, interesting spot here.
Yeah, and we still hadn't got MOO. I don't understand why we're not getting that yet here on. What are you doing there, Financial Juice?
Oh, I feel like such a putz selling that Dell a couple weeks ago. It is ripping. I got nervous and forgot why I was in the play. Nice wick here off that.
Yeah.
Look at that. Just bounced right off of it.
I don't want to look at it right now. Are we?
Pushing up. About to make another high.
Yep, it's wanting to break above it, and there it is. Well, we would have gotten funded. It's neither here nor there.
Yeah, very strong.
Oh, you dirty thing, you. So, well, we're not going to chase. Not going to chase. Oh, do I want to chase? But we talked about this. If you're a day trader, there will be another move to come up. There is no need to chase.
So you got this move up. I'm going to flip this over very early on, but look at puts starting at the top here. Calls drop down, but your put volume went up.
Makes a lot of sense, doesn't it?
It does. It does. You know, people entering at that all-time high area for puts wants to buy. And kind of a choppy mess, but you're gonna probably see a lot of puts getting played today with the market at its highs. Whether that translates to the chart, I don't know.
There's a 10-point move off of it. 10-point move off of it. We would have been way funded by now. Oh, this is annoying. This is annoying. This is a little annoying one. This is one that gets you. Because I called it. And it gave me a second opportunity to get in at that level, and I still didn't take it. So it gave me 2 opportunities. And I talked about it twice, and I missed it twice.
Very strong move.
Yeah. We never got MOO, just so you know. It never came out on Financial News. I don't know what. Yeah. No clue what that's about. And look, we've got pretty much nothing for the rest of the day. I mean, you got Waller at 2 o'clock this afternoon, power hour. Kashkari at after close. So we are free and clear. CBD is popped too. You can see we reset it and it's just popped over 3,000, came back some.
Wow.
Lordy.
Call volume just took over put volume.
So let's look for if we like along, we're going to draw a fib off this. And you can see we'd love to come right here, which would be around the 8, and we would go long there if it holds.
Nice job.
If it holds.
Wait for the zone with a nice start to the day. Good job, man. Lock those accounts. Don't give back the profits. Very smart.
Absolutely. That's a feature we definitely have to utilize. Come on, we need just give me something here. I know I missed you. I missed the opportunity. Give me another opportunity here.
As we're watching that, you see calls plummet right away. Call put volume took over. So that's a pretty substantial move down. Early though, still early. So these numbers aren't huge. But you're seeing a drop off there. So you'll see a spike. See if we can get it is holding though. It is holding strong. I believe that is due to both Apple and Nvidia being green.
I mean, I just glanced to my right here and looking at my watch list without digging in, all Mag 7 is green. 100% across the board.
Yeah. Hard to go short when that's apparent.
Yeah, I mean, if you look, you semi had a little cup and handle there play out. So
really is amazing.
Yeah, we should get a little pullback at some point. The question is, see when I say that it pops. When. So you got your opening range. Of course, here's your bottom. And then so far, your open range is this fib level we got here. So from the 0 to the 100.
Pretty good size one.
Yeah, it's not bad. We're looking at 13 and a half points. So.
Yeah.
All right, we got to pull back to the 23.6. I would love to at least come below the 38.2, but we shall see. We'd love for it to come in here in this area and hold, or even come all the way down to 50. You got to be careful. You want to make sure that you get a hold before you just pop in.
And as explosive as the move is, guys, it's 9 minutes into the open. So,
yeah.
Hadn't even been able to set a 15-minute or range yet. So, for those that caught it, good job. For those that missed it, no worries.
Look how your 8 now is playing right in the golden zone too. If it was to come back and test that 8,
I think the 8 is key for me. That would be my. I'd love for it to not just plummet right to it, because then it gets a little wacky. But if it can just kind of hold that 8 trend up.
Yeah, this is what drives me crazy. So you get this candle here. This candle, the second candle here, is nowhere close to a bullish candle. There we go. Okay, now it makes more sense.
Now it's playing right. Yeah.
Yeah, this is more of a reversal candle. So be careful if you see it come here. You want to see it hold before you just pop in.
Flipping over real quick. Puts are starting to pull away. Calls are kind of on an uptick down there, but you look at your put volumes increasing, and then on holdings wise, similar story. Put volume taking over. So. So I'm going to flip over real quick. VIX, look at that channel we drew this morning. And at the opening candle, hit right to the top of the range and rejected. Fantastic. So now you're getting a little move up on VIX. We'll flip back over. Check tide real quick. Puts are rising, calls slight rise on the here. Similar story on holdings. Flipping back to the chart. Now we're holding up near these fib lines.
Yeah, we're not getting a move. Didn't come quite where I want it to come, so we are staying patient. I put an order in on my personal account for around 58.80, and this is MES, so I can get in a tad bit earlier on a few of those if we do hit it. Which might not hit it.
It's holding pretty good. Holding very good.
Yeah.
But we're about to get our 15-minute orb set, and it looks like it's going to be already set.
Yeah, we're it's the field level there. And here, you son of a gun.
Look at this. Oh,
I had an order set right at 58.80, and it came to 58.81.25. Bounced.
just set a new high.
Of course we did.
Calls are now above the zero line on the market tide.
I canceled that order on my on here, just so you know, because if we were to come back here that quick, it wouldn't be good. So we're going to look for another place to entry. We'll sit here and wait.
Switch over here. Something to keep an eye on is NVIDIA. So right at the open got bidded up, and now it looks like a potential reversal coming. So keep that in mind. Flipping over to Apple. Apple climbing, so a much different look than NVIDIA. But just keeping an eye on it. This is the big boy, though. Microsoft joining the party. 420. Man, how fast did that get there? What were we saying? 425? Wow. That is not a small move on Microsoft at the open.
No, it's not.
And I think that's why you're seeing the continued strength, even if NVIDIA may do a little reversal.
And here you go. There's your opening range. Is the 0 and the 100. So 14 point opening range, what we're looking at on a 15-minute. So you got a couple spots you can look at here if you want to look for a place to go long. Of course, you have your EMAs if you want to, or in VWAP if you're going to trade that. You actually have a level there you can look at. So what's that? 83.25, and then a level there you can look at. So 78. So see, right in the golden zone pretty much, but you have a couple spots there you could look to play longs off of. Get rid of these. It's going.
Going.
Yeah, it's going to beat me now. Lord have mercy. So from that, it was 74. Let's say 74 would have gotten at least a 15-point move off that play there, off the 8. I mean, off the 21 so far. You do if you're trading ES, that is 50 points a pop. A point. You get 15 points. You multiply 15 by 50, and there's your day made.
Not
And that's
bad.
if you were in one.
One, yeah.
Lord. Well, you know what? One thing we're going to teach here is patience.
Yeah, I mean, with the environment today, a natural pullback would make sense. However, again, low volume, bond market closed, excitement brewing around Mag 7 just could be small. Like, pullbacks can be 3 to 4 points and then just bought up quick.
Yeah.
So just be cautious, be ready.
Look at that. We talked about it. You get an indecision, almost bearish candle there if you look at it.
Yeah.
And we pop off of it. So that just shows you it's not always black and white what happens. So not always black and white.
Tesla just went red. So there's one of them. Well, it's battling now. Yeah, it went back. It said, wait a minute. Microsoft, though.
That was you in the video and NQ that day. Every time you
every time.
cheered.
I think the story is Microsoft, though. It's now looking like it wants to move, and that will be a difficult one to fade if it starts going.
Didn't I say I didn't want to chase about right here?
Yep.
Yeah.
It was about 10 points ago.
Yeah. I mean, to show you. I mean, you can chase and be right sometimes. The odds are you'll be wrong more than you're right, though.
Here's an intriguing one, though. I mean, with this move up, VIX is down a penny.
It's down what?
A penny.
Yeah. Well. Wow.
Just ripping. Wow. I think you said it in pre-stream, 5,900.
Well, if you don't learn anything else today, learn patience. You can get disgruntled and upset. I said I didn't take it, but Tesla 5-minute orb would have been money for a 2 risk reward. That's actually good. I have to continue that trend.
Here's your tide. You got calls creeping up. So you had a big spike down. I don't know if that's an outlier print up here. But you got call volume ticking up. You got puts falling now. So I think interesting, though. You look at calls on the holdings. That does not reflect the move up. You normally don't see that. So I think that is just the weakening of puts more than it is any sort of strength in calls. Very interesting. Strong like bull.
Yep.
Bitcoin back over 65,000. Solana holding over 150. It's now 153.71. So crypto's looking good. IWM's slightly green, basically flat on the day. Q's approaching 500. They're at 498.
Here's a nice little drop.
Looking for what, 58, 85-ish, 86-ish.
Yeah.
Google. Get it, Google. Up 1.5%.
Google.
Nvidia up 2.5%. Apple up 1.4%. That is
Tesla up 0.3% now. 0.4%. Oh Lord. Gotta love it. Got to love it. I think we're gonna actually look if we can see what happens around the 91 area here. If we hold.
Calls rising. They're above the zero line now. Flip over to that real quick. You see the about to cross on the premiums. Call volumes all at the top. So pretty good spot. Pretty good spot. Whoop.
See if we can get there. We'll pop 3 there. Then you look over and everything's green, including the VIX.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a red flag for me.
You're gonna get close, but are we gonna get a cigar or not? You can see how close we are to it. We've talked about this before too. The 23.6, if we do come back, if this is a bounce location, that proves that the trend is strong. One thing that is slightly concerning to me, just kind of looking around, CBD on this move has not ran away. It's only plus 3,000. I would expect it to be a good bit higher than that there. So we get in this trade. We're gonna keep our stop pretty tight. We'll risk about 1,000 on it or so. It is not wanting to get there. It's kind of holding here. Don't know.
NQ kind of doing a little. I mean, it's mimicked the ES, so it's. Let me flip over to Tide. We'll see. You see the cross happened on calls, pushing up. Let me refresh the page, see how the sectors are. Tech leading the way, utilities behind it, communications, financials, consumer staples is healthcare, real estate, energy's getting plopped. So,
and that goes back to that oil news earlier, so that makes sense.
Right, you got puts now going below the zero line.
Just think if you had energy playing along with everything else so far this morning.
Like it calls now taken up on holdings. They're now above on the volume, but both are below the zero line. But I think you're going to get a pretty strong reaction to that Microsoft strength.
Yeah, and the personal account, I got in a little bit earlier. I've got 4 MES. I'm trying to figure out around. Well, where the hell am I in at? I'm trading on. I hadn't traded on TradingView in forever. I've actually got off Trader8 and I've moved it to TradingView, and I can't really tell as much on it. You gotta give me a little time to get used to it again. I'm adapting. All I know is we are like $40 up so far on a few MES. So that's all that matters on green. We ran away. We're gonna go on a cancer disorder now. Well, look, wait and see. I still would like that area. I just don't want to sit there in case something weird happens and we just crash right through it. You don't know how that can happen. So
looking over, NVIDIA said, yeah, about that reversal. Hit the 8 and bounced straight up. Microsoft nonstop up. Google nonstop up. Amazon had a dip and it's kind of lingering now when it's open. Meta, big candle. Look at that. $2 candle. We missed Apple. Apple's now looking like NVIDIA was, but it's testing the 8. So we'll see if we get a bounce here shortly or if it breaks down. Tesla still can't get momentum up. Tried, but just can't get going. So there's the story. The story of the day is Microsoft to me. That's the big one. Obviously NVIDIA, but NVIDIA's been strong. Microsoft showing strength really changes things for me.
Yeah,
Over to market side.
I put some take profit orders in on this MES move. We're getting close to $75 up. So, our goal is only about 100 or so a day on this, playing a few MES. So we'll see what happens. We got room to let it play now. I got a feeling, I could be dead wrong, but it's got to go above. We got to hit 5,900 now, right?
5,900. I think the also just more important psychological number to watch, because we're about $1.50 away as Qs are at 500. You're at 498.50. With tech leading the sectors, I think all eyes are going to be on that. And ES is just along for the ride.
Well, we're still just chugging along here.
SPX just hit 58.50.
We're 2 points away from hitting 5,900 now. Come on, Bubba. And by the way, I have my first take profit on this MES are at 5,900, by the way.
Kind of going back to why it's important to know the day. Right, we started. All right.
I should have took the same play here and we'd have got the account funded already. Hey.
But knowing what kind of day it is, right? The low volume makes it hard with shorting. Looking around the sectors makes it hard to go short. You're hearing us say we missed the move up. You're not hearing us say, man, we're going to go short here. It's just until that presents itself, there's no point in fighting it.
If you're going short, the only reason you're going short here is like, well, this is all-time high. I got to go short. So, in my opinion, you're trying to pick a top. And when you start to pick the top or the bottom, that doesn't always end very well. So,
no.
Bank of England did have their bond auction today. It's news now since we don't have any in America. China with a little bond news coming out. May issue 6-something yen in treasury bonds over 3 years.
Yeah. So I'm going to share it since Howie agreed with us. we disagreed, we weren't sure.
Absolutely.
Better to go long with a stop at the previous 5-minute low. Exactly.
Putin ordered Novacek attack, doubled agent. I don't know. We got a little Russian news, and then Singapore blocks income insurance deal with aliens. Yep, whatever that means.
I'm going to flip over to Tide real quick. You see puts slight rise here, which makes sense given the key level. Calls just don't care. Going straight up. Volume was straight up. Holdings, calls cross the puts, now above the zero line. So you're seeing calls starting to take control of this move. So even though it's 5,900 and everybody's like, that's probably it. Again, guessing tops is a dangerous game.
Well, look here. This tells you that it's 5,900 could absolutely blow right past it.
Yeah.
Look at those orders sitting up there above 59.15.
Yeah, and going back to your statement on the 236 level, right? It never tested it, but it held above it. So
yeah,
I mean, obviously we've adjusted it since it's moved up, but
right.
It's it's again just kind of another one of these things you file away to make sure that for the next trade and for the next opportunity you're watching those levels.
Yeah, the annoying part to me is, we call. I said it this morning. I don't know. Before we got on, I told Roy that I think I missed out by not taking this long here.
Yeah,
and I'll be daggone. We've gotten 32 points off of it since then. So,
and mind you, at the time that was near the all-time high.
Right. Yeah.
That was retesting the all-time high. that wasn't set before the it was Friday's setting that. So we're looking at 58.94.25. See if it can get down there, hold that level, see what it does.
So we just took profit on the rest of those. So we got right at $100 on the overall trade on my personal account. So I'll take that. We'll look, see if we something to re-enter maybe later, but definitely trying to work out the kinks over here on Trading View, because like I said, I hadn't used it. It's similar to Top Step X, but different at the same time. Similar but different. All right, give me a good pullback here. We would look around. I want to see come below this 94.25 level. I would love it to come around 93, 92.
90 would be a dream. Just not fast, but
And 90 might be a pipe dream too, though. Just so you know.
I mean, that was a pretty bearish candle here at a pretty good psychological level. Not overly bearish, but it's I'll take back my pretty bearish statement, but it at least showed some weakness there. Good morning, Cashy.
Yep, good morning, everybody.
Today
is a great day to have a great day.
He's saying 5,900 is also a R2 pivot. So you got puts rising here, and you got calls kind of slight dip going back to here. So it's all about how low do they want it to go before they step in and buy it again.
Yes.
So you're getting close to that level. See how it reacts.
Yes, sir, it is. Yes, it is. It is. It is. Oh, yeah, 90 would be scrumptious here, Roy.
Yep. So testing the level. Where's the 8 exactly? Right at 90, isn't it? A little bit above.
Yeah, a little above.
91. 91.
Yeah, I've got it ordered 91 on my personal account here. Let's see if it feels like everyone keep stop relatively tight. If it feels kind of liking adding here, but I won't take a chance on it. If it'll feel. There it is. And we just need to go right there, and we look how close that is to funding this stupid account. If it goes right there, just go to 590125 would finish her off.
Oh.
Yep.
Going back to that level, it's holding it. You can see that candle close near it or above it.
Yeah.
So we got about a minute. Point of control is right there as well. 58.95. At least in my view.
On the book map, you can see we got a bunch of orders sitting there at the 5,900 level, so it's going to take something to pop it. Was you going to? Where was you going to, Roy? Was you going to something else?
I don't think so. I was just looking.
Okay.
So I'll flip over to Tide real quick. You see calls pushing up, puts pushing up, but no stopping the bullish momentum on the premium side.
Yeah, I think one thing to keep an eye on, Todd, and I could be completely wrong on this, and let me get your guess on this. With us being at all-time highs, you're going to obviously see puts increase because kind of what we talked about earlier, where even though we don't agree with it, people are trying to guess the top, so they're going to start buying puts to guess the top. Could that actually not? Could you not see a squeeze actually out of the looking at Tide, seeing puts rise, you seeing calls rise? Could you not see a squeeze come with that and squeeze the puts out?
I think so. So there's what I think you're also looking at too is maybe not trying to pick a top, but maybe protecting their positions. So buying the puts to protect their longs, to hold on to profits. So not necessarily trying to just increases in insurance as you would, right, on a run like this to all-time highs. So I think you're seeing that play into play, and then obviously anybody that's trying to short it with any sort of size or naked or any of those positions, of course, that's going to be your squeeze. I think there's a cool feature on Tide. They have this kind of OTM, so you can see all the out of money ones only. So this to me tells me that you're getting just that. You're getting kind of hedging on the positions. So cool deal. But yeah, I think you're going to naturally just see an increase in puts, and it does muddy the waters, like you're saying. It doesn't make it as strong of a reliable indicator because it could just be hedging.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
And here we are. We're just chilling. One thing that we're not getting to break out, we were breaking out earlier, and of course it's time. It's this new 4 hour candles being formed. Right. This is the after 9, so we are seeing a tad bit of pull off on volume now. So we're not seeing the continued move up, which kind of it gives me an indication that 5,900 could be top for the day. But like we said, it just depends. We could get a blow back through it again here in a minute. So orders, you still got a good many orders sitting at 5,900, 5,910. You still have 59. I want to say it's going to be around the 59.16 area. Let's look here and see. 1625, 425 orders sitting there. So
yeah,
there's your iceberg order there for you if you want to see it. What one looks like. That's it. Just up there by itself.
I'll pull up this chart real quick. This is what we're approaching on NVIDIA. So your all-time high is now about $1.30 away. So, wow. This is a daily chart on NVIDIA, but you can see a strong daily move today, approaching that all-time high. Oi, Tesla.
Oh, well, it's taking a turn for the worse, hasn't it?
Yeah. Down 1% now.
Market just kind of just hanging out here. So
yeah, you're getting some not so fun formations happening. They're all testing kind of VWAP, Google, Amazon, even Meta on its pop up. But again, the market's holding up this level.
CBD 1,700, like I said, never ran away. So I mean, I'm not loving this long now, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean it still could pop. But we might have got in a little early on it. We'll see. Excuse me. We had a lot of excitement. Now we're getting boring news, boring trading action.
That's how it goes, doesn't it?
Yep.
How it goes.
At least I have all you guys here to talk to.
Exactly.
Because if not, I'd be sitting here talking to myself. Doing the same thing.
Yeah, talking to Dixie.
She's not always the best listener.
Not the best trading companion.
No, you start talking to her, she's like, "Okay, here's a ball. You want a ball?" I'm like, no, I don't want a ball. And then she's actually not going to let me have the ball. She brings me the ball anyway, so we get that.
So now that we're waiting, and we're obviously in a long, so we'll switch topics to something not stock related. I saw you posted on the Discord that you enjoyed the chicken Big Mac. What was your actual impressions? I guess verbally. It was
really good. It was kind of Dirty Harry. He actually won. He bet on BYU this time. He asked if we how did Roy's college picks go, and he actually hit it this time. So the streak's over.
Streak's over. Let me kind of say, since we brought it up, you can't go wrong betting the Mormons with a Jewish quarterback on Yom Kippur weekend. So that's your secret for gambling.
We'll probably edit that out later.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Now, so
Factual. So the chicken Big
back
Mac.
to the Big Mac. Back to the Big Mac. Big Mac was really, really good. I really enjoyed it. Will I order it again? I don't know. It's a Big Mac. It's messy. You know how anybody's ever getting a Big Mac?
Yeah.
It's messy, and it's even more messy with these chicken patties because these are. I told you before they did the chicken nuggets, but it's a huge patty, right? Kashkari is actually speaking again. Okay, he's supposed to be speaking now. Okay, he came on at 8. He's still speaking? That's strange.
Yeah, I guess he's speaking again later.
Yeah, but I'm not on why news is coming up with him now. Oh, here comes the drop. Here's the drop.
That's showing on Tide as well.
So how I don't know. So the actual whatever they said the price is, what I found is the whole meal price for the big chicken Big Mac is $8. The entire meal. So I paid like $8.52, and I'm in like one of the highest price places you can live in the South. So if it's $8 here, it should be $8 everywhere. I would assume. I could be wrong. That was actually a pretty good pullback there to the 8.
Yeah, I took a long ride at it.
Yeah, that could be our catalyst to pop it back up to how they could be. Not saying that's for sure, saying it could be. But the chicken, is it worth a try? Absolutely, it's worth a try. Will I buy it again? Probably not. I don't know. It just depends on if I'm in the mood. But it was actually a very good quality. I mean, for McDonald's, and we're talking about McDonald's here. We're not talking about a 5-star restaurant. So, but it was really good for McDonald's. I enjoyed it. It was worth a try once. And you can't ever go wrong when you get McDonald's fries. I mean, come on.
Yeah. Would you find yourself taking the patties off with just the Big Mac sauce and doing a fork and knife situation?
So I ate half the sandwich regular, and I'm gonna tell you, if you get the burger, you can squish it down and do it. You can't squish the chicken down and do it. So I ate half of it on the bun, and then the last half was just a chicken patty with the Big Mac sauce.
And that was quality, of course.
It was really good. Yeah, it was really good.
All right. So I'm venturing today. I'm my family's out of school and off work, and we're gonna go to Applebee's. Do the Monday burger special. It's like $6.99 for a burger, and then $1.50 to upgrade the burger to anything on the menu. So if you want a quesadilla burger or a rodeo burger, just can't beat
how many
that.
Applebee's are still open? Well, let's talk.
I don't know. There's only one here. We used to have 3, and they have all closed. So just one remains.
When you're in a college town and they close down your Applebee's, that's like, what the heck?
Yeah.
And the thing about it, look, Applebee's did great here. It was always packed. The management was so horrible that I think that's why they ended up closing it down, just because they couldn't ever get good management in there.
Yeah.
Which sucks. And look, I'm gonna tell you, their riblets, I could just eat them all day long. I love their riblets, and I can't get them anywhere.
And it's a pretty unique item, right? You can't, like you said, you can't really get them anywhere.
Yeah. And Harry, you'll appreciate this. Every time I go to Starkville, DoorDash some riblets over to my buddy's house and try to keep his kids away from eating it. That's an inside joke. Harry, get that one.
The 8 here seems to be holding pretty good.
Yep. So
we
far,
get a nice move off. Tide has a little uptick in puts from its drop. Or sorry, calls, I should say.
A little more pop here. I went back long. I told you went back long in the personal account. So we are not too far away from taking profit on. I took 4 this time, so we got a profit at a few. 97.50. I'm looking to scale half out. Let's see. Still got a big wall at 5,900, so 5,900 is going to be key. I still like those orders. It's 425 orders up there. Just still intrigues me. Oh, we almost hit it. We came a tick away from taking profit there and did not take profits yet. You son of a gun. Come on. Let's get some of this out and guarantee some money here. We are fixing to lock up the. We don't have a manual lockout here, but I have a mental lockout on this personal account. We're getting close to being like $160 up right now overall. So scale out part, we'll be right at $170 profit, and I'll do my last one. If we can get $200, I'll be happy and call it a day. This is still throwing me off a little bit on the being on trading view. I'm having to, trader weight. I can just click over and see my profit. I don't have to calculate it in my mind over and over again. Hey, we got two of them out. So we're still running here. I think we got this last one at. It's not showing anywhere. We're going to put it right at the. All right.
We got Tide pushing up. We got the market pushing up.
They don't make it that easy, do they? We're going to sell two. So we're going to try to get right above high. If we can get 59.02, we will be done on the personal account for the day.
I think 58.99.25 funds my combine. So we're right there.
Come on, let's get it for Roy. Let's get Roy $50K so he can make $25 a day. I give you a hard time.
That's all right.
Look,
$25 a day. That's three chicken Big Macs, sir. That is 6 large patties.
That's right. You can trade micros and make decent money. I mean, we're sitting at about $1,200 in 6 days on the personal account. So trading only micros.
I think anybody in it. Oh, we got it.
You got it. I just need more. I need this 5,900 break.
More. All right.
We are actually, I probably should have taken it on the personal account. We're actually above a little hurdle I wanted to be, but I took out some money, but I didn't take out much. So
I was going to ask you, did you sweep? Still trying to build it?
I took some of it out just because I want to get in the habit of withdrawing every Friday. So,
of course,
I did take some out Friday. I didn't take all of it out. So we got the balance up to 2,500 today is where we're at overall. I think we had like 2,300 when we started the day. So we're up a couple $100.
That's awesome.
If it hits here, we can be up a little more than that. So I'm happy with it. It's it is. I'm $200 away. Come on, 200. Come on,
get it. Get it.
Just don't tease me like this. Don't tease me like this. It's gonna tease me like that.
So I was gonna start my personal on there. The bank holiday kind of delays in a day, so I'm hoping maybe by Wednesday or so.
You going through Trade08?
I think so. Yeah, I've already got an account there.
I was telling Roy earlier. I was looking through different. Hey, Monday,
and stream locked.
We got out on the personal account, so We finished about $226 up on the day with them. Can't complain
Wow.
about that. Locking that bad boy
Wow.
out. Not locking it out. I'm just logging out. Hey, Amazon has just turned red, by the way. I'm going to keep a note. Now you got Tesla and Amazon red. And of course, Amazon's going to do what it did with you. And as soon as it turns red, pop right back green a little. But
See, look at Apple. Kind of hit that VWAP bounce up. NVIDIA kind of testing the 8. Microsoft, that is your story. Microsoft. We are approaching 425, sir, which means could get interesting heading into earnings season.
yeah.
Google hit VWAP bounce. Amazon, as you just mentioned, had a nasty drop. Now it's kind of trying to hold its green day. We'll see. Probably get up here to the 189 area and see if it can bounce. Meta looks like it's on a trip to VWAP. How's our VIX channel? Oh,
It broke down to,
broke down.
Interesting.
So
there you go. I was looking through my trade summary real quick on one thing about if you are trading on TradingView, it gives you a trade summary, which is very easy to look at. And if you want to transfer it over to, like if you're in TradeZilla or somewhere like that, where you actually keep up with your trades, you journal your trades like you should. I'm going to tell you, journaling's kind of changed for me a little bit since we do it live most of the time. This is my journal.
Yeah.
So we go back.
For the
And I do go
world,
back
let's
to
see.
some of it. So. All righty. So I'm done with that. That's actually a good, what was I saying? Today was a good day to have a good day. I hadn't traded any XFA. So
Yeah, same. I taking it off. Try to get that. My goal today was to get that combine funded. I did it. Today is a success if I don't do anything else.
You know, I went in thinking the same thing. And of course, I made a couple $100 on my other trade, so it's not like I haven't made money. But I went in focusing on this XFA, getting this combine passed. So now we will start tomorrow. We have a fresh 150K combine. Not touching it today. We're going to look at the XFAs. If we get a good chance, you can see we're 2,000 on this one. So we got 2,000 with the month. Our loss can be down to 0. So we got 2,000 to play with that one. This one is 26 and then negative 1,600. So I'm looking to get this one around $5,000 and take a payout. We'll see. Had a good day last week on it. You can see this is the stats on it. Even knowing, so our win rate is 67.5%, and even knowing our average loss is higher, look at your dailies though. Just, I mean, who could live off $1,600 a week?
Yeah. I mean, that's a lot of.
Had a really good day Friday, 488. You can see the Fridays have been my best day of the week. Friday 4 we had 553, so had 2 Fridays, a good Monday, very consistent though.
That's that anti-Roy effect right there. Fridays. Yeah.
We did take one. We had a big loss here. Went straight down, but our best trade is bigger. So.
Getting a little breakout here right now in ES. Just set a new high.
Yep. Let me I just close that panel, so I don't want to see my trading panel over here. We are far extended from the 15-minute orb, so opening range is to here.
I think pretty interesting. I think your insurance plays got pulled, right? So everybody kind of entered, and now you're seeing puts falling off. So is this another move for another push up for Yeah, I mean, if you're a bear and you want to short this thing, what are you waiting on? You're probably waiting closer to any sort of earnings report that confirms it. You're I think you're just going to let this thing do whatever it wants to do.
I mean,
You're
right
not trying to
now,
stay in front of it.
if you do, I mean, right now, if you short this, we've this is old talk from back in the very beginning of the Discord, but you're stepping out in front of a train,
Yeah.
and that
Yeah.
normally does not end well. So I would be, if you are looking to short, I would keep my stops extremely tight, and I would be extremely careful with it. I just don't. I don't see an advantage of just trying to. Will you get lucky sometimes picking tops and bottoms? Absolutely, but is it worth it? In my opinion, no.
Oh. No reason. I mean, you saw us, right? Today was a great stream in that we practiced patience. We could have chased, we could have been right by chasing. We missed our entry. We waited for an entry that we felt confident in. We executed. The trade went, I think, against you for what? A couple minutes
It
max?
was not. I mean, I think we went down what $75 red.
Yeah. I mean, it was pretty quickly recovered. We kept to our levels. We tested the 8. I entered on the 8, which is what I wanted to do.
I
And
entered on the 23.6.
which is what he
So
wanted to
you had
do.
an EMA play and you had a Fibs play all together. So
And at the end of the day, we started the day with a goal. Our goal was to get these our individual accounts funded, and we accomplished the goal. Now, could we have accomplished it at 9:35? Sure, but here we are an hour later with the same result that we wanted to end the day on. So we're happy with
hey,
that. I'm happy with that.
tell Led thanks for listening to the watching the show, because in our Discord he just pretty much posted what we talked about earlier. So we know he's not listening, and him and Roy are probably the same person.
I would say that's pretty talented for me to type that at the same time of saying it. But yeah,
You know,
my cover may be blown here. The my uglier alter ego on Discord, much uglier.
Howie, I'm gonna actually read something Howie said on the Discord group. I don't. He actually called out trade ovate mobile. I do not trade mobile. I think trade mobiles. I mean, I know you got to do it sometimes. I hate it. I will not do it. I refuse to do it. I will exit a position on mobile, but I will definitely won't trade off mobile. But he says if you are anyone be careful. If you do, sometimes you enter order and it doesn't look like it's there, so you place the order again, but the original was already there, so you actually double up your order. So that's another disadvantage of mobile, but that is definitely something to keep an eye on and to be looking for. Yeah, I despise mobile, to be honest. And it's crazy. So I do mobile everything except trading. And when I first started trading, I learned how to trade on mobile. And I was like, oh, I don't know anybody. Like, I would do all my orders, all my fields, everything came through mobile. I would chart it, but then I'd pull my phone out to place my orders. Right? Dumb. I don't get it, but that's what I was used to.
Yeah,
Now, oh, you give me mobile trade ovate, I'm just gonna throw my phone there like I'm not trading today.
yeah.
I'm not doing that. I can't do it. And trade ovate is very, very sketchy. How it just sometimes it's good, sometimes what's the saying? Sometimes it may be good, sometimes it may be sheep. That's where we're at. Sometimes maybe
And
sheep.
not related to the question, but related to the topic. The Top Step X mobile deal. Don't even do it. Don't just the best way you can do Top Step X, and I know they're trying to improve their stuff, so I'm not gonna. I always appreciate how much work they get into it, but I will lock my account on Top Step X mobile. That's about as max functionality as I can do, because the charting on it, it's not built for mobile, not yet. And
Well, no,
I,
it's a web base.
yeah, and I mean the DOM there is pretty good. So their little trade tab
I
and
have hit
DOM,
cancel all there before.
yeah, yeah, that's a
That,
good one.
yeah. Yeah.
But kind of more of administrating a trade more than actually executing and entering,
Agree
I
100%.
think.
100%. So we're going to look like I guess we're going to hold 5,900 now.
Yeah, to be honest, I'd say probably another 5-10 minutes of the stream, so I don't do anything stupid. But I'm not really seeing. I mean, you could get a breakout up here to hit those orders on Bookmap if you want to showcase those if they're still up there.
Yeah, they're still sitting up there. You can see the very tip top. You got 427 sitting up there. That is 59.16 and a quarter. You see that everything is moving towards that 59.16 and a quarter. So would not be a bit surprised if we filled there today. We got them, but we're going to be patient. We're still we keep moving this fib channel up every day. Every candle we get to move the fib up again. So in order to go long now, I mean, crap, you could look at 5,900 holding and playing it off there, possibly. If you look, I mean, that kind of lines up right in this area, which would make sense. Come down, pop here, then bounce back up. That wouldn't be a horrible play if it plays out. It would definitely create a higher low, which you can see we're doing that here. So if it did come back to here, pop, there's your higher low again. So I don't know.
Pretty micro move, right? So talking like 2 points here and there. So just be cautious, be careful. This is an interesting look as puts are dropping now below the zero line. So kind of going back into that hedge theory may have been correct.
Oh, personally, I think we're in a scalpers mode for sure right now. Like you said, you're looking for a couple points, and you don't want to. You're not getting the sustained move, in my opinion. I mean, I say that, and those orders are sitting at 16.25. So if you guys get it from here, that's a 13-point move from there. That's actually a pretty sustained move if you get it. But I just don't know if that's possible today, to be honest with you. But I didn't think we were going to pop it open and just keep running either. So.
Yeah.
One good thing, I want to give myself a little credit on this morning. I had zero bias coming in this morning.
Yeah.
And you can have me and Roy was talking pre-stream, and I don't think either one of us really had a bias. We were like, hey, we're here, right? And if it was anything, I mean, I don't even think we were leaning short bias because it was like, hey, it's a strong move here overnight. Watch it. You know, if we break down, it's a good play, break down, break up. And we just happened to break up. So CBD is still just so strange to me. 1,300, 1,400. It's just chilling, not running away. So it tells you, one, lower volume, right? We got lower volume than what we have. Oh my God, I just put the chart over here. The volume is horrible right now. Whew.
Yeah.
Siren sounds off across Israel. So I guess they're having some kind of attack there, which seems like those poor people are used to it. I'm not just talking about Israel. I'm talking about all that whole area where there's fighting for years. I would hate for my kid to have to. Only thing you know is fighting around you all the time.
Yeah.
That would be a horrible way to
sirens,
raise.
right? The country has a siren system for. I mean,
yeah, if I hear a siren, if it's not Thursday at 2:00 on a sunny day, that's when they test the sirens here. By the way, if it's not that time, it's any other time, I've got something major headed towards my house because the siren is real close and it is loud, loud, loud in here. So if I hear that siren, I'm not worried about a bomb. I'm looking for a tornado.
Yeah.
But I couldn't imagine having to hear that almost daily.
Right.
And any time, I mean, night, day, couldn't imagine having to live that way. And I know by looking at our demographics here on the people that watch the channel, I know that almost I think it's like 40% of you or 30% of you are not in America that watch us. So if you are in one of those countries, stay safe.
Yeah. helps you appreciate what you got.
Yep.
So
Just sitting
Tide,
here hanging out.
yeah, puts just keep dropping, and you got a little turn up on calls here with volume at its highest on calls. So it could
Yeah,
do that move that you're hinting at on Bookmap.
I
Nvidia is
agree
trying to
with
make a new day high.
I
Good.
agree with Rory a minute ago. I think it's about almost time for us to call it before we do something that we end up regretting. We've had a decent day so far, so no need
Yeah.
to. I mean,
No
like I
need
said, I
to.
hadn't touched exit base, but if you look, remember when I was showing you this one earlier, right? Let's go to this. Oh, not that. Let's go to this. Last Wednesday, I didn't even trade this account, so
Mm-hmm.
you don't have to trade them every day. And then I still got what 9 days? Actually, yes, 9 days green. I think it's another one back over here makes 10. So we got 10 days green on this account. We can withdraw. Do a withdrawal now. We can do 1,400. I'm not doing a withdrawal today, just so you know. I'm gonna build it up more. But I would like. I don't know if we get up to 4,000. I might going to take 2,000 out
Yeah.
this week. My deal with is just make sure that you are taking withdrawals, take withdrawals, and you get used to that money coming in, and that changes the way you do things. Thanks, Howie. Howie says, great job today, guys. Not calling a short and making smart entries. See you tomorrow. Yeah, that's the thing, Howie. We got to trade. I mean, we called it as open. We're going to trade what we see, and you get in trouble by guessing what the market's going to do. So we just try to go with the market, and it worked out today. So it doesn't all look going with the market. I mean, this thing could have reversed on us up here, and
Mm-hmm.
we would have lost on that trade. But if you notice, like typically I risk 1,000 to 1,500 on a combine account on a trade, and I moved my risk to 800
Yeah.
because I wanted to make sure because if it broke that 800 level, that means my thesis was wrong anyway. So I need to get out and look what I was doing. So, like I said a long time ago, if you're following somebody and they're telling you just to go short or this is exactly what it's going to do or blah blah blah, stop following those people because nobody can tell you for sure. Are they going to guess right sometimes? Absolutely. But are you going to blow accounts while you're trying to get there? Absolutely. No way to trade. So
I think that's a good ending point there. Is you know, let's let the chart be our guide, as a lot of people say, and I'm guilty of it just as much as anybody in my past and even recently. So just each
absolutely,
day is
we've
a
all.
new opportunity. New opportunity.
I'm not
I
gonna
think
lie. Me a year ago, I'm shorting this up here, and
yeah,
I'm going short here, and I'm getting stopped back out. I'm complaining here again
yeah,
because it went against me. Gives you just enough taste where it's gonna be good, and it pops up. So we're past those days. Now we trade what we see, and we get what we can get, and we're happy with the day.
exactly.
Of course, it also helps when you have a good day in your personal account. And I still, I think I made over $200 a day in a personal account. I don't really know for sure. I don't really know exactly where I started.
That's awesome, though.
I think it was around 2,300, but who knows for sure. But anyway, thank you guys. We appreciate everything. Appreciate you guys joining. Remember, like, subscribe, share, friends and foes. We need everybody we can to get in here. We're looking for 500 subscribers. 500 gets us to some new and exciting things for you guys too. So,
Yeah.
with that being said, Roy, thank you, sir. Thank you, everybody.
Thank
You
you.
got anything to say to everybody before we hop off?
Say happy Monday. Be safe. Don't trade. Remember, low volume today. So if you're expecting major big things, just keep it up. Keep it slow. If you guys didn't catch us on the full stream to start, rewatch the start of it. We go over some earnings. We go over some really cool charts on some Mag 7. So maybe worth a watch. But other than that, good show, sir. We'll We'll do this again tomorrow.
Adios. See you guys tomorrow.